things in our bloodline. There's some things in our lineage, right, that we got to let go of. Like some of y'all need to be some cycle breakers and some chain breakers. Are y'all with me? Bigger, faster, stronger, more stress comes, right? More stress in the organization, more stress on my elbow, right? And I throw a pitch, I'm true freshman, hey, and I tweak my elbow for the first time. Now I have to sit out and I'm gonna redshirt. And in this moment, everybody is kind of practicing, doing their own thing, and I have to sit out. And I remember at the old Metrodome, before they had $1 billion stadium in Minnesota, there was this old Metrodome, right? If you're a Minnesota person, you know, like there was this tarmac in this back alley, right? And it had cages and had these old chipped weights, okay? And I was up there training one day, and I'm lifting weights, I'm doing my elbow rehab because I have to redshirt. And Todd comes up to me. So Todd Oaks was my pitching coach. And Todd was like one of those man's man. Like when he walked into the room, the energy changed. You ever been around somebody like that? Like he walked in, everything shifted, everything changed. Nothing had to come out of his mouth for you to know like, hey, he's there. That's who Todd was. And I've been thinking about this. Why was that? Why did everyone respect him so much? And I was thinking, he wasn't just preaching. He wasn't just talking to us. He practiced. Like he said faith was important, he led the chapels. He said family was important, his family was always there. Right? He said eating healthy was important. Man, every time I got on the bus, he had an apple and a banana. Right? He said his fitness was important. Every time I tried to go to his office, that dude was on the elliptical. Right? He lived it. So the words that he said carried weight. If we want our words to carry weight, we got to live what we say. Are y'all with me? So Todd comes up to me, he grabs that orange Home Depot bucket. You guys know the one? The orange Home Depot bucket. He sets it down, right? And he starts talking to me. He's like, LT, I got to have a word with you. That's what he called me, LT. I got to have a word with you. So we sit down and we're chatting. He goes, listen, I got 14 other pitchers to worry about this year and you're not one of them. I'm like, dang, Todd, this is kind of anti-motivational. I'm like, what are we doing here? I'm a little baby inside. And he looks at me, he's like, Lance, we're going to find out if we can trust you. I'm going to travel this year to Florida, California, Texas, Florida without you, right? You're not coming. You're going to be here at University of Minnesota. You got to work on your grades. You got to go to rehab. You got to lift. You got to run by yourself because we're going to travel. He goes, but you know what's going to happen? He goes, come next March when I throw you the ball in a year from now, we're going to find out if we can trust you. If you're going to do the things that you say you want to do to be the person that you want to become, we're going to find out. And he said, I want you to focus on one thing this year. I want you to focus on one thing. He said, it's you versus you. And that didn't just stick with me that year. It's been sticking with me the rest of my life. Right? It's you versus you in everything that you do, Lance. Right? The way that you prepare, the way that you go to school. Like, are you going to show up? Are you just going to, be a degenerate drinker and, mess up? Or are you going to be somebody that we can trust and count on? Right? And of course I messed up. I had my silly things that I did. Right? But that seriously stuck with me. And I think now today, you versus you isn't so much about me growing and grinding and having grit and the mentality and learning more. That's a part of it. But now, what I think is most important, now that I have 3 little ones at home, right? I got 3 kids. A lot of you have children. And if you don't have children, you got thousands at your schools, okay? It's more than you versus you. It's you versus you for other people. It's you versus you for others. It's me versus me so that my children are exactly who I want them to be, right? They can live and become their best version of themselves, so that their spouse gets cared for, so that their children gets cared for. This is about legacy. This is about a lineage, right? I want to instill that within them. So I think now more than ever, it's about me unbecoming some things, right? There's some things in your life that it's time to let go of. Right? It's time to unlearn some things. You receive some family advice or some advice in your past that still role plays in your head, and you got to start and think and go, wow, is that really relevant now? Or is it I have to let go of it? Right? Because there's some things in our bloodline, there's some things in our lineage, right, that we got to let go of. Like some of y'all need to be some cycle breakers and some chain breakers. Are y'all with me? right? There's some things your granddaddy didn't deal with that you need to. There's some things your auntie didn't deal with, but you need to. There's some things your mom and dad did never deal with, and in Minnesota, people just swipe it under the rug that you got to deal with. And we have to let go of things so that other people can become the best version of themselves. Because listen, I tried these self-control jars in my house, right? I said, hey, my kids, when they elicit self-control, we'll give them a little ball, like a little fuzzy ball. They can put it in the cup. And I started to realize, and I'm like, man, we're focusing on self-control in our house, so my 4.5-year-old and my 2.5-year-old don't throw trucks at each other's face, right, when they get upset. And I'm starting to realize their tendencies are coming from me. There's some things I need to unlearn and let go of, right? And look, Sunday school, they talked about the sneaky snake. The snake comes to seek, kill, and destroy, right? But when I was researching the snake, there's something called a viper. You know what the viper does? It gets in the bloodline, right? And it attacks the whole body. Now we have something called anti-venom. But back in the day, in the 1800s, you know what they did? They would cut off the limb. They would cut it off. There's some things that you need to cut off. Alcohol ran in your family until it ran into you, right? Depression ran in your family until it ran into you, right? Self-limiting beliefs ran in your family until it ran into you. Lack of self-control ran in your family until it ran into you. Anger ran in your family until it ran into you. Are y'all with me? There's things we got to cut off so that everybody else can be healthier. And that's what I'm focusing on now more than ever. It's not adding so much skill, but it's letting go of things that no longer serve me. And that's the hardest work. That's the most difficult work. Right? And I think if I look at the strategic plans in our districts, I love them all the time. I read them all the time because I'm always trying to figure out what it is that you guys are trying to do, right? We want to raise up, career-ready students, right? In an ever-changing AI world. Right? I read it all the time. We want these career-ready kids. I'm like, oh, that's good. I like that nugget. Okay. We want empathetic students. We want high achievers. We want the best staff, right? We want all these great things in our district. We want to change culture in the district, right? But what I'm here to say today and go out on a limb is like, we need to change the four walls that we have at home, right? We got to focus on that culture, the culture that we have within our own household. Must become greater, must become better, right? What if the health of our own family led to the health of our district someday, right? And if we can focus on that and get that thing right, I promise you, that's the thing that could take you to the next level. That's the thing that could take the district and skyrocket it. But we have to become the culture within here and in our four walls and within the district. Are y'all with me?